Hi all, so this is me again. My name is Roy Cass. I'm a front-end tech lead. I'm also a hobbyist game developer, and my inspiration is Master of Orion 2. Today, I'm going to continue the game we recently had started. We're about turn 60, I think. And also, I'm going to discuss the different aspects of combat. I'll probably get to that about turn 100. And then I might give you a few points about the game I already started to develop. And we'll see how it goes. How much time it will take and stuff like that. Still doing these things. Okay, so let's see. We're back here. Okay. So I'm continuing the last game, which is this game. Okay. In the previous game, we started our expansion. We didn't meet any. We met one alien race, the Sakra, which are specialized usually in fast growth. And also, we expanded a little. We have some colonies. We have a nice population. We have a minus in freighters, it seems. And we discussed the basics of the game and the basic strategies that I've learned in this game, and also the aspects I like about it. Hello. I also hi Astro. So I also wanted to see how I tackle. Like usually the combat starts at about turn 100, 120 maybe, depends on the if you have short access using wormhole and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is just work along the turns to see how we get there. Okay, so building structures when they're half done, that means the production units here are half of the required ones. So we have some time for that. Also, we have a scout going this way and another scout going that way. Also, we can see, let's see where are we in the tech part. So we have soil enrichment, we have automated factories and research laboratory. We also have biospheres way behind and weapons, and we have reinforced hull, which is nice. And we have bowel pods. So basically, what we're doing here is reaching the next building in research, and then we'll probably go into construction, finishing the spaceport and the next building in production, and then we'll start doing all the 250 RP techs, and then we'll go to the Zeridium armor, which is a superior armor by far. Okay. So neural scanner, that's a Zortium armor, sorry. Neural scanner is a technology that helps us spy and helps us protect our tech. So let's see what's up with the Sakra in that sense. We'll see right away. So here in Chrysler 2, we'll just stack up the production units. And let's see if we're almost halfway there. We really need a freighter fleet before anything else. This can be bought. Wait, let's check if we have any leaders that we need to buy. We got one. We got a little bit of time before we need to hire him. So it's risky, it's always risky, but we'll do it. Soil enrichment, here we go. Okay. Okay, so Tond is done with the building. I think we should move all population on Tond to the non-poor colony except for one. Then we'll start housing. I remind you that the best strategy for housing is having one civilization population, 1 million population per planet, and then housing. Okay, we'll do biospheres here. Okay, this is our home planet. Let's get back to colonies. They just built a colony ship. Let's see our available planets, shall we? So this is an interesting screen which is used for colonization. This screen basically shows you all the options you have for colonizing, and you can have certain filters. For example, no enemy presence, normal gravity, which you have high and low. Non-hostile environment, usually toxic, barren stuff, I think, radiated, and mineral abundance. So basically, if we cross everything out, we have Tsuke, which is situated, we'll see soon where. We also can sort the list according to minerals and size. Now here we have Delphim, which is a very nice planet, huge, rich, with gold deposits. As you recall, gold deposits is 10 BC per turn, which is very nice, but there's an eel there. We need to take care of the eel. In order to do that, we need a lot of small ships, basically, and those ships need to be, like, the research needs to be researched for that, the technologies, and we need to build them, and it will require prioritizing that over other things. So we're not there yet, we'll get there soon. So right now Tsuke looks like a good option. It has a lot of planets, and let's see the system itself. It's here. It's basically in a good position regarding defending it. I think I'll just send my units there. Okay. So halfway done. Halfway done. Almost done with the freighter fleet. Housing. Yeah. So I want to move this population here. Oh, okay. I just put it here. So I just need another housing planet, 2 of those. Let's see how this progresses. Ooh, wow, that's a very nice gift. So Splinter Colony, in my opinion, is one of the most unbalanced features of Master of Orion 2 because it's sheer luck. It gives you a working colony with some population already on it, and that colony requires no ship. It doesn't have buildings on it. I don't remember if it usually has buildings on it. I don't think so. But it's like a real gift. And if you play multiplayer, this is devastating. So basically one of the house rules I do with a friend of mine when I play with him is we decide that if someone reaches a Splinter Colony early on in the game, we just restart because it's really unbalanced. Usually Splinter Colonies are defended by Space Monster, so that's okay in that sense because you need to beat the Space Monster. It takes time, so if you beat the Space Monster, you deserve to have the colony. We don't restart on those. But I think it's an unfair way, an unfair feature, and I don't think I'll have it in my game, or if I'll have something like that, it might be more like a sub-faction, lost faction of the same like civilization, and you need to have some diplomacy with them, and you can't just take them like for free like that. It'll take some time. Something that will buy time, basically. That's the most important thing. Research lab, because we want research lab and automated factories in all the places. Okay. Can't send a scout anywhere. And the Sakura are approaching me. I think I'll move one from links here, and let's see like what the Sakura did. By the way, I'm playing a version which is done by the community. They made a great job. It's a 1.5, 1.51, but it has a lot of fixes in it. Bug fixes that were really annoying. They also slightly improved the UI. For example, here we have the production units everywhere here in the colony screen, and also here. I don't think it was there in previous versions. There's a whole manual about the additions they did. They did so many really and fixes and stuff. Such a well done job, and it really boosted up the game. It's amazing the game is still developed in these games by the community, and it's a game for 96 after all. So it made the game more fun than it was, and that was hard. So thank you for all those who did that. The game is still original in the sense I bought the copy. I actually have 2 copies at least of Master of Orion 2, if not 3. One of them is on a disc, an original disc from 96. So yeah, it's a really important game for me, it seems. Okay, so let's progress. Let's see what's up with the Sakura. So basically, usually in the old UI, you need to do that, report, and then you would see this screen. First of all, you'll see how many enemy spies are active towards you, if I remember correctly, from that race. Besides that, you can see all the technologies that were researched, and those in bold are technologies, that were not researched by you. Okay, this is the difference. So fusion drive, deuterium fuel cells, ECM, jammer. Deuterium fuel cells are really important in the sense they give you a distance. As you recall, we discussed the 2 different approaches of dealing with traveling in space in 4X games. One of them is space lanes. Space lanes is basically you treat the entire galaxy as a graph with connected nodes, and only the nodes that are connected via a space lane are the ones you can travel between. Okay? And the fuel approach, the parsec approach, is different. It means that if you have the right technology, you can traverse on a certain radius from from the furthest point you have on your controlled space systems. So basically, you can go up to 3, I think, or 4, like standard fuel cells are 4 parsecs before refueling. So I can go as far as 4 parsecs. The human fuel cells gives me 6 parsecs. That means the Sakura can approach me if they are at the distance 6 or 5 and I can't reach them, which gives them a huge advantage in that sense. The problem of this choice is if we go to research, for example, okay, we have the other choice in this advanced metallurgy, which is titanium armor. Titanium armor gives you a substantial points and structure, armor and structure. Okay, this makes a difference because all their spaceships right now are like glass cannons. They are very fragile. If you didn't research titanium armor, I don't have any of them right now, so I have titanium armor, which sucks. But might choose titanium armor. It's usually a very circumstance-based decision, um, because otherwise, like, if you're not really engaged with other races or not really afraid of them, then you might choose deuterium fuel cells. But if you're already like found a space race that is quite close to you, you might go to the titanium armor in order not to be too crispy. Again, it's just a circumstance-based choice. But I'm going for the planetary supercomputer. It will take some time. I'm kind of not worried about Sakura because it's very early game. We can also see we have this screen, which is very important. I use that one a lot. Is the history graph. This screen has a lot of stuff in it, but the history graph shows you what's going on in the game. So basically you have the score. The score is built from population, buildings, fleet, and tech. You can go by population, which I'm winning. It's impressive because the Sakura basically are very, we have a bonus to the population increase. The population growth rate. And buildings usually say that your planets include a lot of buildings. The fleet, which means the Sakura has a much better fleet than I have. That's understandable. I have 2 laserless scouts. And the tech. The tech were pretty close. I'm going to completely bypass that once I get the planetary computer. The only problem is the spies. We have spies. So in the newer versions, I think, we have those 1 and 2 buttons. The first button says what texts are unknown to us. They save me some time. And the second button says who sent spies against us. So I can see 2 spies from Sakura. Basically, I'm with a risk of losing, like, the Sakura could find out technologies I already spent a lot of time researching. I don't want that to happen. And more than that, I don't want them to get the neural scanner because that'll just amplify their spy's abilities. How does spying go in this game? Well, it's actually very simplified. You have the aggressive bonus of spies. You have the agent bonus of spies. You like do the diff between them and add a certain roll, and that's your result. And if your result reached a certain result, like if you rolled well and have a big diff, then your chances of stealing a technology every turn are really high. Now I have a high agent rating, 15 because I'm unified. I'm a unification government based race, and 10 more because I have a technology, neural network, neural scanner that enables my spies to be more better both on the attack and on the defense. Agent is a defensive spy, and spy is an aggressive spy, an offensive spy. Also, I would like to remind you that I can't really talk with a Sakura. I'm repulsive. I really like saying that a lot. So, being repulsive basically means you can't do anything but peace treaty, declare war, and the very unpopular button that's called surrender. Surrender is a button you don't press on those games because then you lose the game. It's kind of redundant. I think it's like mostly used with multiplayer games where a few players are playing and you want to surrender your empire to a specific player. That means that this player will get everything you own. The ships, the planets, the population, the structures, everything. Okay. So the Sakura are a danger. So I built a few spies. I'm building spies to defend myself. I'm building spies from both planets. And I also make sure I'm building with enough people. I'm thinking about augmenting that with at least one spy that I can assure myself I have some defense instead of being exposed completely. Also, and to remind you that we have scouting links that we need to move. One of the most interesting things about this game is like the small stuff they did regarding the star map. So star map has a few things. First of all, you have the monsters. We talked about it shortly. Secondly, we have black holes. Basically, if you're in this spot and you want, if you're in this spot and you want to go to Sisla, you can't go through the black hole unless you have a leader like this leader, which has a navigator ability. Okay. Also, we have a problem with. Oh, hi Ken. We have a problem with nebulas. Nebulas are really slowing down ships, and they also have a very interesting feature of disabling shields completely. So ships are slow, and you don't have shields. If a colony is inside a nebula, you have to take that into account, because when the enemy attacks, there are no shields, not to you and not to the enemy. Okay, let's progress the turns a bit. Ooh, that's a nice system as well, although most of it is poor. We have one that is rich, and we have a Terran, which usually makes a lot of food. Not that much currently, but it will make a lot of food. Terran is just the best planet for food, basically. Okay. Let's see. So I'm on Tond. Let's have a spy from Tond as well. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Turn. Okay. So basically the big risk here is that because the Sakura have the better fuel cells, they can reach Tau. Tau is a very small planet. It's undefended, it won't be defended for a long time, and it's at risk. We need to take that into consideration. Secondly, I can scout this one. I might just do that. I don't mind about the scout if it dies or something. Also, Tond is an ocean planet which produces food. It's very nice. I'm kind of scared for Tond, I gotta tell you. There are two planets here. I can lose them easily. Might be a problem. Let's see where that takes us. And another rule for my games when I play single player, I try as much as possible not to save scam. Just to see how the game goes, because when I play multiplayer games, you can't just save and load all the time. And it makes the decisions much better, like more exciting, because when you make a decision you can't back up from. It's much riskier, you gotta be more cautious, you don't just suicide into it. I've played XCOM, the entire series. I've played UFO ones, 1, 2, 3, and like the XCOM Defense, and which was the best game basically, and Cydonia, and Terror from the Deep, which was the second game, which was just a reskin, but it was still good. And the third one, it was really weird. It was different. Everything was different about it. And also, I've played UFO. There was a fan-based series, and there were the new ones, the XCOM ones, the new ones, and the new ones. I did like Iron Man mode on. I'm not sure if it was classic or if it was just a level below the hardest one, but I did the game like 34 times until I actually won it in an Iron Man mode. But everything was more exciting. Everything. It was like every decision you make could just demolish the game. If you get your squad completely annihilated, your game is like probably lost. You might recover from it, but you'll have to work hard. Much more interesting that way. So I think playing Master of Orion in that way is interesting. I think Iron Man mode can be an interesting addition to the game. Stellaris has it, and some other games have it. I think it's a good way to go. It should be optional, obviously. I don't want to make the game roguelike completely and kill the players, but you know what? It's a thing that should be like thought about because it changes the game drastically. And if I'll make a completely roguelike game, could be interesting. If someone wants to tell me what he thinks about that, you're welcome to type. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, let's progress the turns. Let's see if I can buy something. Yeah, let's buy. Yeah, let's buy one of them. Oops. Okay, so 2 spies are now operational, or at least 2 spies, and we have Near Prime, which we got for free, and no, that's not the one we got for free, but we have a huge barren planet here with max population, and although it's poor, it's worthy to do some building there. We might even buy it soon. And we have Chryslon, which will be stacking up the production units, and we have speeding up here. We have we can do this and actually research more. You know what? I'll even move one more from the home planet. We have a problem with freighters again. And the population grows and no freighters are done. No, 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 they don't want to do that. Okay. Okay, we can move the colonies from here. And still need the freighters. This is almost done. I wouldn't spend all that money just for a turn. Okay, another planet, another system. Not that interesting. I wouldn't invest in that. Okay, so Tond. Tond could have a space base, star base, which is an interesting idea actually. Because I'm tolerant, I don't have pollution, which is a huge advantage. Then I can speed up production, because I don't have any penalty. And I also have a bonus to production and also the government bonus, so I'm good. I can create a lot of production units here and I'm building a star base. Star bases are another thing in the game that they offer besides like I think I'll make another spy slowly. They offer besides like the actual defensive bonus and creating ships that are larger than a certain size. They also give you command points. Command points are actually the upper limit of your army. If you exceed your command points that you have for maximum, okay, if you have a 0, you're okay, but if you have a minus here, I have 7 command points, okay? So then I get a huge penalty. You get minus 10 BCs for every 1 command point missing here. That means you can't just go and create the largest army and forget about it. You need to balance it out. You need to pool resources. If you're on minus, create more bases, research all kinds of technologies that like solve this situation, give you more command points per colony and per starbase. And it's a very nice thing to have because it's a balancing mechanism. You can't just go all out on fleet. We're waiting for our colony ship to reach Suka, and then we will colonize here. And I need to put more population on food, and I can snatch this one here and make the starbase. I can't make it faster. Too bad. Okay. Let's see. I remember having a leader to buy. Don't forget the leader. Okay. Let's just put this one on housing. Already have the automated factory and the research lab that just house it up. Okay, so this one needs biospheres, and I can also move people away from this one. Okay, let's see. No planet. No planet is reachable yet. I'm really afraid of Pictor. Pictor is too close for comfort. Okay, so we're taking the ocean planet. The other planets are so-so, let's say, at least. Okay. Automated factory, research facility, that's the first things we have. Okay, so this is Lynx. Colony base. This is a medium barren, still good even though it's poor. More population. Population is key in this game. If you have a lot of population, you can win. If you have very few, you'll struggle. Because population creates everything. The production units, the food, the research, everything. Okay, what are we doing here? I think we'll just stack up the production units and we'll pass one from here to here because it's busy housing. Okay, this one is doing stuff. We need freighter fleets, guys, freighter fleets. Let's see what's up with the spies. So we have no spies from the Sakurai anymore, they gave up. They still have a lot of precious stacks we might want to take. Now I'm considering moving 2 spies here. Let's see what's up with their race. Okay, so their race is feudal. Feudal is basically bad for agent protection. That means they have no real protection for me. They have 0 basically protection, and also they got a -10 to espionage. They're actually a good target, a very good target. I might make some more spies, I think. I'm not afraid of them attacking me that early, so I'll provoke them a bit, see what I get of it. Oh, nice. Humans. So humans are democratic, which puts them in a very bad position regarding spying. Democratic has a minus in spying. Oh god, they're surrounding me. Let's see how we're doing that. So let's see what's up with the humans. The humans are democratic, just ship offense and ship defense. This is because I'm playing impossible mode, so they can have more than the original bonus that races have, and they're charismatic. That's nice for them. It's not so major. Let's see what's up with the techs. They have both deuterium fuel cells and titanium armor, which means they probably traded it. And also have fighter base, which is a very nice technology. Okay. We need some spies here. We are going to rob them blind. Definitely rob them blind. Because we're repulsive, they can't even tell us to stop spying. Nobody can talk to a repulsive race, that's the nice thing about it. You just do whatever you want to, and they either declare war on you or not. Okay, so nothing here, can't move our scouts anywhere. I think I'll just send our scouts to Chryson and make some missile ships out of them. That's a good strategy for the early game, I think. Okay, planetary supercomputer. Let's go for a spaceport. Planetary supercomputer. So once I have this, every colony will be constructing a planetary supercomputer. I don't care about colony ships. I don't care about spies right now. I don't care about anything. Planet is supercomputer first because it will rocket us towards. We'll wait for the colony base. We'll wait here for the colony because these are small planets. Tau. Tau will be constructing. You will be constructing this, and I will aid you with food from the home planet. The home planet will help you. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Yeah. Colony base first, supercomputer after. That's a good strategy. Okay. We'll have a spy ready. We need a spy. We need to spy over Ragazor. Really, we need to do it. More spies. This is gonna be huge, the spying stuff. Okay, so we're almost there with our scouts. I need some missile ships. Okay, let's see which will be the most best decision we can make. The best decision we can make, I think, is building this colony base, which is halfway done. We're almost done with this. We'll have another one here. I can probably move one more, maybe two more. No, it's too small. It's a small planet. By the way, another feature which most people don't know is that smaller planets produce more pollution. Again, because I don't care about pollution, I'm tolerant, no pollution problems, then I don't deal with that. But it's like a very nice subtlety that can change the game. There are a lot of layers here, which are really nice. Okay. Colony in Lynx. Automotive factory, research and housing. Let's go. Colony base in the Near system. Yay. You know, Near is an Israeli name. Okay, we're good. Slowly but surely making spies. So Tond, which is here. I made a mistake. The really threatened one is Tau. We need a starbase in Tau, but it's still good that we got a starbase in Tond. It's not that bad. Tond. Okay, Tond. Let's make some food. Okay, spaceport. Did you see I'm accelerating tremendously with the RP? That's because of the supercomputer, the planetary supercomputer. It's an amazing thing. Now, Starport is increasing the money generation of a colony by 50%, but because every population makes, I think, 1 BC, yeah. So it's not really good if you make like a starboard on a 3 million population planet. It just doesn't give you anything because the starboard itself takes maintenance cost of 1 and takes to build it and stuff like that. It doesn't worth it. So for population and above only. Okay, so the scouts have arrived. Let's see what's up. So this is Chryslon. I'm thinking we'll just refit them. We'll scrap everything. Remove the computer because you don't use the computer while you firing missiles, turns out. Okay, so just put 2 nuclear missiles. Let's talk about this screen for a bit. Okay, this is the ship design screen. Ship design screen is a very important screen in the game because this game is very combat based in that sense. It's again, they grasp the idea that a 4X space game should be like Heroes of Might and Magic in space. Now there are 2 dimensions of, like there are several dimensions of that, but the most important one I relate to is the tactical combat. The other one is the exploration. For some games have taken the exploration more in the direction of Heroes of Might and Magic. For example, the Galactic Civilizations, where you have every ship, like Scout or Fighter or whatever, can roam the stars and like move a little bit every turn outside of your domain and exploring anomalies and stuff like that. A lot of games did that. Stellaris has that, anomalies and stuff like that, but it doesn't have a hex system. Civilizations have an hex system. For actually, like there are squares, hexagon squares, hexagon like board slots that you can go and explore the stars with them. And basically, I have a board in the tactical combat. Master of Orion has a board in tactical combat, but not in exploration. And I think that's a good decision by Master of Orion, because this kind of exploration, when done on a board in the entire span of the galaxy, is very, very tiring. It's like you have to move every ship across the stars on this board for the every fleet for the entire duration of the game. You can make it automatic and you can set the final destination, but basically you have to keep track of them in this like very specific resolution, and that's just going too far. I think like it's a good decision that most of the Heroes of Might and Magic in space here in Master of Orion 2 is centered like around the combat and not around the exploration, which is tiring. In Heroes of Might and Magic 2, it works nicely. Okay, I like Heroes of Might and Magic. It's not 2. I mean, the best one is 3, but it works well in Heroes of Might and Magic in general. But I think it works less in 4X space combat, and in Galactic Civ it's one of the more tedious chores you have to make. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here is there are all kinds of components in a ship. First of all, there's the size. You can have a frigate, destroyer, cruiser. See, you can decrease. You can change the type, like their image. In a Doomstar you have just one, but every class has a different one. And also you can change the appearance, and like the shield, I don't have shields research. The computer adds, like, most roles in Master of Orion 2 are the offensive role, the attack role in this sense, the defense role in this, like the attack bonus, defense bonus, the minus between them, and then you add a roll and there's a target number. I think that's the general way that calculations for hit, miss, damage are done. Mostly hit or miss, because damage is shield and stuff calculation. So basically my ship has a beam defense of plus 60 but has no beam attack. If I'll put a computer, it will have plus 25 beam attack, but I didn't put any beams on it. So I just have missiles. The missiles don't need a computer, they just hit and they do the damage, and the only thing that The things are calculated differently because missiles have a different role and offensive and defensive points, attributes. This is missile evasion, which results from the ECM jammer and technologies like that. So basically, nuclear missiles. Another interesting thing here is the upgrades for each weapon slot. Okay, you can have a weapon like lasers in its vanilla way, but you can add different upgrades to it, like heavy mount, which increases the range and the damage by 50%, but also the space by 100%. And point defense, which basically makes it a smaller weapon, but for shorter range. You can cram a lot of them together. Basically, they're pretty much useless unless you're fighting missiles and small interceptor ships. So basically, I usually do, like, the recommendation on some guys is doing 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, or even one heavy mount. Most of them are like not heavy, and some of them are point defense. Depends on your game style, I guess. And the most important thing is, if you research a technology that is 2 points higher in the same category, you get more upgrades here. So for example, laser can be heavy mount, point defense, but also auto fire, continuous, and no range dissipation. And I think in some version it can be also armor penetrating. So basically, you can have all of this, and it is recommended to use the older technologies with more upgrades, all the upgrades on them, rather than the newest technologies which have none. For example, in missiles you have MIRV, which basically quadruples the number, the damage the missile does, which is amazing. We will get that. For right now, we're just creating a small frigate with 2 missiles, no modifications because we have no modifications for the missiles, and that's it. We just need some basic defense fleet. It also, by the way, another thing, there are a lot of synergies in this game that if you talk to an enemy race and you try to get things from them, a piece, or extort them, or whatever, get technologies from them, some treaties, if you have a bigger fleet, you have more chances of winning that, which is really nice, okay? It's really important to understand that everything here is like intertwined. That's the nice thing about this game. Okay, so I'm refitting the ships. I created this small Nexus ship, and I'm refitting my scouts to be Nexuses. It takes 1 turn. I refit them both because I kind of explored all the planets I can go through, and I'm more concerned about Sakura coming and surprising me with some annoying small ship and countering Tau, which is defenseless. I'm going to send both ships there. I'm also worried about the humans, but there's a difference, and the difference is the AI. In Master of Orion 2, you can see the report button, okay? You can see the behavior of the AI. Actually, this one is an erratic expansionist, which means he behaves very crazily, and also he likes to expand. This is dangerous. I don't think that's very common for a human race to have. This means this is the trait of the leader, okay? And Ragazor is aggressive ecologist. Aggressive means I think he might be more inclined to attack. Usually Sakura attacks more. So I'm concerned more about Sakura. I'm going to defend myself against it. I'm also gonna send some spies against the human because, well, why not? They have democracy and they're gonna lose some text to me. And I'm also making some more spies. Everything is peachy. Everything is peachy. The worst thing about this is I have 13 more turns to hire this one, and I'm not getting enough BCs. We'll see how the starports will change things for me. Lots of population here means more gold. Okay. Now, the downside of spies is that they cost quite a lot of gold. I think it's 1 gold per spy, 1 BC per spy. I think I can take it. I think I can take it. It's not that bad. I have like the spaceports now built, so I'll manage. We'll do it. We'll make the starport right after the Nexus. We're good. I'm taking this ship here. Let's see what's up with the fleet now. So the history graph with the fleet is still very bad for me, as you can see, tremendously. I guess the AI builds fleet earlier. And the tech side is that they both passed me in tech, which is probably bad. I'm still good with building some population, much better than them because I'm managing this very closely. We'll get the tech. We'll get the tech soon because we have the planetary supercomputer. So Tau, I think I'll just build the starbase and maybe buy it. Now I'm losing too much. I think I'll go for 20% tax rate. 20% tax rate is some. I found myself in a lot of games just staying at that tax rate. That means I'm taking from all the production, all the planets, 20%, and like turning them into BCs. This is important because it lets you focus on specific planets. Okay. Now I'm considering sending them both to Tau or Sol because the humans I think have the deuterium fuel cells as well. Let's see, yeah, they can reach Tsuke with a frigate and expanded tanks. Maybe even without the expanded tanks. So it's dangerous. My destroyers used to have expanded tanks when they were scouts. They're no longer scouts, so too bad for them. Let's continue. Robo miners. So robo miners is very important. What do you say? Deuterium or titanium armor? More armor or more range? That's a great question. Hard to say, hard to say, hard to say. Okay. I'll take the titanium armor because I feel like our expansion is being slowed down anyway. We also spy against the humans. Let's move all the spies against the Kra and hope for a nice little win there. And all these food, Terran, Tundra. I got a lot of good planets for food actually. Okay, so right now I want to make the RoboMiner plant more than a spaceport. We move some people here. We need this. We need this. We need this. We need this. And we need a spaceport. More than a spy. Sorry about that. RoboMiner. Let's build a RoboMiner first. That'll give us some points to make the planetary supercomputer. RoboMiner. Planetary supercomputer. We have enough colonists here. RoboMiner here. RoboMiner is so important. It's like a supercomputer of production. Okay, very important. RoboMiner. What do you say? Mobile miner. Yeah, let's go for it. Mobile miner first. Mobile miner here first as well. So you can see, once I research a key technology, I just switch all my planets to build it. That's a good strategy for lots of key technologies. It's not always the best to overdevelop your planet because it takes a lot of resources. But this is infrastructure that we will need, and I'm going to use that very shortly. And this is my nexus here. And I also want to see if they're spying on me. Okay, great. Food, I need food. Okay, let's get the leader so I won't forget it. Let's pass one turn and then start buying things. Mercury missile. So this is like, I'll take this one first because I want some beam weapons and also the scanner. Okay, let's see. Halfway through. Scanner. Yeah. Now I can go Tachyon Communications, but the scanner is so essential that no other technology is important at this point in time. Let's go Tau. Losing spies to Sakra. Like, wow. And also the human is spying on me. I think I'll go back to defending my technologies until I have more spies. I'm just using spies. Bell scanner, okay. Now this is also hard. Like, what are we defending against first? Like, are we defending against missiles, which are usually coming in the early stages of the game, or are we defending against, like, Class 1 shield is good for both, but basically ESEM is really reducing the missile like attack with an evasion, and Class 1 shield is basically strangling a bit of like each attack is reduced by 1 point of damage. That sounds really low, but considering like lasers do 1 to 4 or 1 to 6 is very heavy, that's quite a lot. And also they're recharging. The shields are regenerating every turn. So basically, if you have shields, you can get more versus usually beam weapons, which will probably be the weapon of choice once they get to me on the 100 something turn. On the other hand, like the next shield is here, and that's planetary radiation shield. Planetary radiation shield is the only thing you can have if you want to turn radiated planets into something much better. So it's a hard choice. It was always a hard choice. It will always be a hard choice, and I'm going for the Class 1 shields because that's a hunch. Going on hunch. Okay. This is the home planet. Let's just make spies. Let's just make spies. Okay. I guess like professional players in this game think I'm kind of amateur. They might be right. I play this game a lot. This is the most played game I have in the genre. But I guess I didn't play a lot of my multiplayer games. I play against one friend of mine, so I'm not very proficient in all the secrets. I read some guides, I know some stuff, but I really look at it in a development sense. I want to learn from this game the secrets that it has in order to build a game which is inspired by it, but is not Master of Orion 2, because there's only one Master of Orion 2. And also I'm doing this for fun, so even if I'll sell this game at some point, I still do it because I want to do it. I just want to have a game. It's a dream from childhood. Okay. So here, the links for the, like, this is a huge planet. This is a huge planet. So the economy, wow, this is a real gift. I'm going to create soil enrichment here because that will boost food production tremendously. Oh dear, they just came closer. I might need to do something about it soon. That's really bad. That's like really bad. Because I do not have the deuterium fuel cells. I can't reach them. Okay. Augmented engines. Augmented engines give you 5 more squares you can travel during combat, and also they give you very nice beam evasion, which is important. Very, very important. I'm making more spies, I don't care. Make it spies. And I'm putting like 4 back on the human this time. Wow, the human has so many technologies already. They both have. That's harsh, that's harsh. Let's see where I'm going with this. I'm worried about both fronts. Okay. We can have the academy, which is good for producing ships, and then we go for Mercury missiles and whatever comes afterwards until Zortrium armor is researched and we are on the safe zone. Zortrium armor is considerably better than titanium armor, and of course from titanium armor, which is just paper. Okay, so I got only 3 population on this planet. I need to move them a bit. I'll move them here. And also, let's see for a second in the colonist screen, because I want to move them. I want more freighter fleet so I could move like colonies and fill up my colonies. This slowly but surely we'll get there. Let's see if there's something to. Okay, so this one. Let's continue like building biospheres and stuff, and then we'll continue housing. Research lab, not even slightly done. Not okay. So this is a good buy, I think. Okay, let's go. We're slowly, actually very fast, reaching the 100th turn. This is bad for me because I really need to start focusing on defense. But defense is done with Mercury missiles, or actually near nuclear missiles at this stage. So I just need to reach that and then I'll start. What's up near? Okay, let's do housing. And here, let's house here too. Okay, where is this? Wow, Tsukuya has a lot of planets. We need to take advantage of this, but first we need a Robomon. Links. Let's get some more gold. This is so bad. Okay. We need more freighters. Really need more freighters. Let's see how we're doing in the history graph. So, we had a problem with tech. We're reaching the human now in tech terms. So the Sakurai is actually the one better at tech. This is interesting because they really are not good. Let's see what they have in regards to spying. No, not this. Sorry, not this button. This button. Okay, let's see. So they have better spike technologies than us, but they also have -10. Let's just put on pressure. Pressure! Okay. As you can see, I'm not really reading through the turn summary because usually it's a lot of redundant information. I think the turn summary is important, but it needs to be split into very important information and less like ongoing information that you don't really read. Some games have like ongoing notifications columns, like on the left, on the right. You just tick them away. It's a nice feature, but it floods the UI, so I'm not sure about that. Maybe turn summary is better. In this game, you can also building a spaceport here is not the right thing to do. We can just house away. Okay, not enough population as we said. Okay, let's build some more freighter fleets. I really need them in order to progress with this. Need to start moving colonies. Okay, so this is the home planet. I need Space Academy here because we are going to create a very much better wave of Nexuses. You'll see. You'll see. Actually, the next ship I think I'm going to make is... Ooh, we got Iron Drive. This is Spy. So this screen is just like the research screen. Besides, you can see two other images, like two other personas here. You can see the Spy, they're usually dark and stealthy. Or you can see the Soldier, which usually is in some sort of military colors, uniform style. In some cases, they're very different. I think in Master of Orion, the new one, the fourth one, they created like each and every one of them very differently. If I remember correctly, that was a nice thing to do. It's not that hard to make it, like creating 3 more images or animations or variations per race. It's just like resource work, assets work. It has a nice touch to it, I think. Like, you don't have a researcher here, you have a spy that gets you this technology. It says you've stolen it from Sakra, which is nice, okay? They might be pissed now, the Sakra. Usually affects the relationships with them. They're at unease. That's too bad. I have missile ships there, and I'm going to have better missile ships, so I'm going to deal with that. Okay, so now Chryslon. Let's start moving population, shall we? I want to colonize Tau as fast as I can. So I'm sending one from the home planet itself and one from here. Like now, the idea is to fill up the colonies we've already made and making a few more. But the key here is not to stretch yourself too thin, because if you over-colonize, you're gonna get penalized for that. Okay. Let's see now. Let's build a starbase here. I want more starbases because I'm going to create a fleet very shortly. Okay. Ton is going to be another planet which I might create fleets in. We'll see. We'll prepare it. Now, Space Academy is very interesting because fleets are also affected by experience. Like the more the crew is fighting, or even just being somewhere. Let's see now. So the idea is that we need to have this. Like we need to design a new kind of ship, but first let's see. Okay, Space Academy. So Space Academy is gives you experience. The ships are more experienced, and therefore the crews are better at infiltrating ships and also like attacking ships and defending your ship. So it's better in all kinds of ways. Okay, now so let's build a Space Academy here. And also we need to think about the design of a ship. We'll have shortly. Let's stack up on the production units. We can buy this one. It's worth it. Not this one. This is close. Not yet. Okay. Merculite. Good. Now Iridium will give us the range we need. We don't need like another technology, and that category is pollution related, and we don't have it because we don't have pollution, which is nice. Let's have a starport here. And also let's just stack up production. Let's see, another thing you can do is like see what's producing what, sorted by producing. So we have colony ships. This is important to locate planets that are basically stacking up production, not produce the thing you're just using to stack up production. Okay, we are turn 100. This means we are really close to fighting. And I think the first target will probably be Griffin, because it's too close for comfort. But first I want to use the Merculite missiles to show you something, okay? So we researched Merculite missiles. We can do it. We can use them. It's a 14 damage missile, much better than the nuclear missile we use, and it's a faster missile. But we can do something else. Because Merculite missiles is 2 slots, like the increment of the tech is 2 slots higher, it gives nuclear missile all the upgrades that are needed that it can have, and we're taking all of them. Okay, so we're just using nuclear missiles which with all of the upgrades. Now the upgrades are heavily armored, which gives it beefier missiles, harder to intercept. ECCM means it has a higher roll to hit. Okay, half the chance of the missile being jammed by an enemy electronic countermeasures. ECCM increases the size and cost of the missile. Okay, half the chance. So if I have a chance of 100, it'll be 50. It's considerably less. Okay, this is fast missiles. Travel much faster, +4 in combat. And MIRV. MIRV is the most important one, okay? Increases the size and cost of a missile weapon system by 100%. It requires 2 level environment. This means that it needs a tech 2 levels higher. But it carries 4 separate warheads. That means when we hit with a single nuclear missile, it produces 4 times the damage, 32 instead of 8. This is huge. Okay, this means that instead of having 2 missiles that together produce 16 points of damage, we now have 2 missiles that together produce 64 damage. Now this is very, very different. But we need battle pods in order to support that, and we can't have a shield. So this is like a very titanium armor, vessel that can be hit and destroyed, but it packs a punch. It packs a punch. And we can create a lot of them. They're really cheap to make, 68 points of production. This can be done in our home planet in 1 turn, I think, if we pool all the workers there. So this is nice, okay? We can create a lot of them. They're vicious. Or we can create a larger ship. It'll take time to build it, okay? But we can just create one like this. We can create a beam ship, okay, with a scanner and lasers. You can see the lasers have everything on them. You can also put a beam, fusion beam one first. Like I'm showing you 2 types of ships basically. One big that has beams on it, and one small that has rockets, missiles on it. These are the 2 different approaches to shipbuilding. This ship will produce much less damage per punch, per attack, but it's also shield piercing, which means all the damage once passes the shields is completely bypassing the armor, hits the structure directly, and it's reusable. Using missiles, we have the ships we had that just have 2 volleys of missiles, which is very a small amount of missiles. Like it can't be in the combat for a lot, be effective in combat for a lot of turns. Just at the beginning, pew pew, and that's it. Okay, so reinforced all is important for ships like that. So I'll have to scrap a bit of laser cannons for it. You can see this is a struggle. Okay, now I'm dealing much less damage, so I have to like push and pull here. It's hard. You can say, okay, maybe we'll just do, because we have titanium armor, we'll go for the augmented engines, but then without the reinforced hull, it's really hard to decide. But basically, you know what, I'll go for it. This gives us better defense, and we'll drop this. Almost there. Not continuous. Okay. So that's a Fury ship. Nope. That's the Fury ship. That's it. Okay. Now I'm considering this. I'll just build some Nexus here, and we won't be building the Fury ship for now. We'll see how this goes for us. We're about to end soon. Our sessions are 1 hour and a half. But so we probably won't reach the combat, unfortunately. I really wanted to reach the combat. We did 40 turns today. Guess much more talking. But next time we'll have some really juicy combats going. Let's produce some food. So we can take one of those, like, planets, and I need to move colonists. Let's see for a second. Are we done with Taulo? No, we need more. Let's bring one more. Okay. Trade goods. No. Okay. So iridium fuel cells, my friends. We're starting to lose spies. Let's have some more on the human side. Okay. Economy. So I'm getting all the ships. I'm getting the old missile ships back to Chryslon. I have an XS2 here, and I'm moving it to Tond. I'm mounting an assault. We'll be there. We'll be there with our assault. Let's produce some more Nexus and see how this works for us. Remember, no save scamming. Whatever we did, we're going to pay for it. I'm thinking about like building a Fury here. I'll pull some people out of research. Yeah. We need more food. More food. Okay. Iridium fuel cells and Zorgim armor. Ooh, Meklar. And Darlock. The Darlock is a spying race. It's a very annoying race. Most of its benefits go to spying, and Meklar is a cybernetic production race. It's a good race, but Darlock are really a pain in the ass. Yeah, Klaken is another production race. It's sort of close to my race, basically, unification and production bonuses. So now, because of the iridium fuel cells, I'm able to contact them. This pulls much more resources on spying and defense, because that's the only thing I can do with alien races. But I can also see where I'm situated in the graph. Still quite high. Even taking tech into account, I'm still in a good place, and also I have a nice bump in the fleet here. Okay, so we're kind of in a good spot. Next time we'll get them using the new ships that I'm pulling to towards Tond, and the Meklar comes from here, and the Klaken from here. Basically, I'm pretty much surrounded from all directions, so going towards the human might be a good strategy. You can see this matters, like planning your expansion, planning your fights, seeing who is like the weakest race, for example. So human is not situated in a good location. Fleet-wise, it has a mediocre fleet, okay? Building-wise, it's low. Population-wise, it's the lowest. Tech-wise, it's okay in the middle. So basically, I'm superior to them in many senses. They are a good target. Also, you can see they have, let's see what they have. They have an ACM jammer, which is bad for me. They have fighter base, which is bad for me. They have planetary missile, which is relatively easier to deal with MIRV missiles, as long as they don't have like radioactive shields, radioactive barriers. So basically, we're getting there. I think we can still beat them. They have good missiles, powerful missiles, but I think it's doable. Yeah. So next time, I guess we'll go for the humans. Those humans. Okay. Okay, guys. So that's okay. All actually. guys and girls, we're done for today. Thank you, and see you in another week, I guess. Bye bye.